Alright guys, State College WX here. And since I'm bored, I guess I'll tell you a little story. So, this story was recent. It was this past Sunday. And, there was this person at church. So this was Sunday morning. We went to church. What happened was somebody, I don't know if it was some kid that looked to be either 9 or 10 years old, some kid was a troublemaker and kept on flipping off the pastor. I should say pastors because we have two pastors at our church. So this either 9 or 10-year-old decided to flip them off. Now I'm not really gonna do this, but it was like this, and it was this. Okay, there I showed it. So the kid was doing this the entire, oh not the entire, but this kid at the beginning of the sermon, the service, after his parents told this kid to sit down, they did this at his parents. And then after that, the pastor started talking, and then obviously then the kid started doing this to the pastor. I'm not trying to laugh here, but I mean it wasn't really silly. It wasn't really that cool. I mean, I think I saw him do this 7 or 8 times throughout the service. So, I mean, the pastor, I don't think, didn't even know until the first time. Before she told us to rise, because she was facing the congregation, and she saw this. And then she pointed at the parents and said, "You're the kids flipping me off. Can you maybe not let them do that?" And then the parents all got real mad, and they took him out for like 5 minutes. After that, when they thought they could trust that kid to stop flipping people off, the pastor was getting ready to read the sermon. And guess what he did? Yet, he started this up again. At the pastor. She was reading this, like, the first 2 minutes of the sermon, was facing the congregation, and saw this again. So, yeah. The pastor then asked the parents to take the kid out again, because the kid was flipping her off. Okay, so after like those 3 or 4 minutes passed, the kid came back in with the parents, and they just okay. The TV's just doing weird things right now. Anyway, after those 3 to 4 minutes passed, the kid came back in with the parent, and then the pastor continued reading for 4 to 5 minutes until this happened again. And then after that, the pastor got tired of it, so she's basically, okay, well, I'm sorry everyone, but we're gonna have to pause the sermon. I'll get the other pastor to come up and see if she'll finish reading it. Maybe the kid will not flip off at people anymore. So then the other pastor came up and started reading the sermon for another 3 minutes. This came on again. The kid did this again to the other pastor. And then the other pastor looks at the congregation and looks weird. And then someone says, like, what's wrong? And then she responds, "This kid's flipping me off, I think." Parents, for the third time now, taking their kid out to tell them to stop flipping people off. After that, it was communion time, and this kid literally would, like, basically emptied half of the wine cup, poured the wine all over the floor, and did this to the pastor who was holding the wine. And then he would take some of the wafers and just toss them all over the floor, and did this to them again. So this was a hectic day. After that, the parents had enough, spanked him in front of the whole congregation, which was interesting to watch. Kind of was fascinating too, because he deserved it. So literally, these parents just spanked their kid in front of the whole congregation. And then after that, this had to come up one more time. That's the last time I saw him flip him off. He did this at the parents. After that, the parents dragged him out of the church, and they were gone. That family left early. when we still had like 10 minutes left of the service. So that's pretty much was what pretty much what it was. I have no idea how what this kid was thinking. I have no idea what this kid was thinking, but it was not good. So I advise you guys, don't flip off your pastor or pastors, however many pastors you have in your church. Don't do it. It's not funny. It's not funny to flip off your pastors, your minister of music, your parents, your whoever. Don't flip off anybody in general. But anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this little story, and that'll pretty much be it. I will see you in the next story if I have one to tell. So, talk to you guys later.